Beautiful, beautiful. Give my compliments to the chef. And put yourself through college.
Thank you, Mr. Chapman.
Well, I had a feeling that you were at the end of this rope.
Husey, sit down, take a load off. I'll be with you in a shake.
How does that fit, Mr. Chapman?
Like an ace in a royal flush, Leo. I tell you what, stitch this up for me and bring me up a pair of those brown loafers that I saw in the window downstairs, the expensive ones. Size 10.5 D. And here you go. Take the wife out for a change. On me.
Thank you, sir. Thanks very much.
Well, McGraw, if it's my attention you want, you got it.
Oh, it's McGraw now, huh? What happened to Chapman all of a sudden? Oh, you want some champagne, Husey? It's got a name I can't pronounce and a price I can't afford. I never drink the stuff myself, but I figured I might as well with the government paying the bill.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing?
Well, the Irish have a saying, Husey. Never wish too hard for anything, because you're liable to wind up getting it. Okay? You wanted a Chapman, you got it, Chapman. Help yourself.
You know, I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Hey, do I look like I just fell off a banana truck? I mean, maybe Devereaux's dumb enough to play against a cold deck, but please, give me a little credit.
All right, McGraw, to extend your metaphor, just what kind of a hand do you think I'm holding?
Nobody's ever seen this guy Chapman, because there isn't any Chapman. And if there's no Chapman, then it stands to reason that there's no tapes. Am I singing on key so far?
Oh, you're doing beautifully. You managed to segue from poker to grand opera, but please, continue.
You made up this guy Chapman and the tapes. Why? Because you got your own plant growing in Devereaux's pot, feeding you all of Devereaux's inside skinny while he's sniffing up the wrong flagpole.
What you're suggesting, McGraw, is that I placed an informant inside of Devereaux's organization, using the non-existent Chapman as a diversion.
That's what I said, didn't I?
Bravo.
Hey, hold the applause, Husey. There's been a lot of toes stepped on in this dance, and my feet got the biggest bunions.
Your point, McGraw.
My point is that I'm still looking down the throat of a couple of lawsuits and maybe losing my PI's license. Besides which, I don't like the idea of a scuzzball like Devereaux sticking it to the US of A.
Just, what did you have in mind?
Hey, there's only one thing you can do when the other guy's holding 5 aces and a gun. You kick over the table. Hughes, it's time for a new game, and I'm dealing.
McGraw, I think maybe now I'll take that glass of champagne.
Still a rat. I think this great country, and particularly this wonderful city, deserve the best and the brightest minds that our system can develop.
Yes. Rena Moore, Cambridge Gazette. Mr. Devereaux, your business exploits are legendary, but your net worth has always been kept a mystery. Could you clear this up and tell us exactly how rich you are?
Well, if you earn a few $1 million here and a few million there, eventually it starts adding up to real money.
Walter Chapman, independent. Mr. Devereaux, I think a lot of people here would be interested in having a glimpse into the inner workings of your world.
That's not a question.
Well, let me rephrase that. A lot of people today think that the world market situation is pretty black. What do you think?
I'm too much of an optimist to have an opinion on that subject, Mr. Chapman.
Well, let's say you were putting together a shipment, say a shipment for overseas, and somehow we could all magically listen in. What would we hear?
Probably the sound of snoring as you all dozed off. But seriously, if I reveal my secrets, Mr. Chapman, I'd quickly lose my fortune.
Is there any truth in the old saying that behind every fortune there's a crime?
It is true. I am a criminal. And if I must be locked up, so be it. But I have no regrets about stealing the hearts and the minds of the good people of Boston. Thank you, everyone. It was lovely, but quite enough for one day. Thank you. Thank you. Damn.
Blake, look.
Blake, old buddy, Chapman here. You know, that wasn't very polite of you telling your boys to knock me off. Ah, but what the hell, I'm the forgive and forget type. In fact, I even got you a present. A going-away present. It's at home on your desk.
A photograph of you and that terrorist, Faisal. How did he get it?
Devereaux.
Hey, you and Faisal, you make a nice pair. Not your best side, but hey, who cares? The feds aren't running any beauty contest.
You're becoming a major annoyance, Mr. Chapman.
Listen, amigo, I know where and when your little shipment of plutonium is going out tonight. Either I deal with you or I deal with the feds. I prefer you because they don't pay so good. But you got about 10 seconds to make up your mind.
Where, when, and how much?
Your warehouse by the harbor, 9 o'clock. Bring $500,000 in cash. Small bills, nothing over a 50. Looking for somebody?
You startled me.
Yeah, I guess I got that kind of face. Relax, Devereaux. It's only money.
Let's get on with it. Are those the tapes?
You know, the night of the ballet, you seemed like a real together guy. Sharp, on top of things. But I guess that's when you had other people doing your dirty work.
You can forego the character analysis, Chapman.
Yeah, even a blind man can see you're shaking in your alligators. You can't even hold that bag steady. Put it down. Slide it over. Yowza, yowza. This is my lucky day. Not only do I get immunity from prosecution, but I walk away with a cool $500,000 for my trouble.
Immunity? What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, Blake, old pal. Right about now, the feds are moving in on your warehouse on Concord Pier, where I sent them. Just in time to bust up your plutonium racket. What's so funny?
Ironic is the word, Mr. Chapman. I think I've overestimated you. It's Gresham Pier, not Concord.
You got all that on tape, Eckstein? Stick a fork in this turkey. He's done. Who's laughing now, scuzzball?
I'm laughing, scuzzball. Get the tapes and the money, Mr. Eckstein.
Fox in the hen house, huh? So this guy's been working for you all along.
Oh, congratulations. I'm delighted it's finally become clear to you. I bid you adieu, and I leave you to Mr. Eckstein's tender mercies, such as they are.
Federal agents, freeze! You're under arrest. We have you covered.
Oh, gee, I guess we got company.
Eckstein, I'm so very disappointed in you. Call the raid team. Tell them the shipment's going out at the Gresham Pier.
Oh, listen, I'll call the mayor and tell him to start working on a new list for Man of the Year. Honey, could you bring us another round and a couple more pizzas? No.
No.
Okay. Hey, I heard Devereaux really went nuts when he found out Hilga was a mole.
Feeding us information that he thought was coming from Chapman.
But what about Eckstein?
I realized early on that we had a leak at our end, and I suspected next time, but I couldn't prove it. He also thought Chapman was for real, and in the end, it worked for us. Thanks to Harry.
No hard feelings? Peaches?
Hey, I could have done without the needles, but at least you opened the door for me so I could get out of there. Not that I was in such hot shape to drive.
Oh, by the way, Mr. McGinnis, we've cleaned up Mr. McGraw's slate, dropped all charges, and paid all the damages. There is, however, one slight problem. Tyler Chase.
Oh, leave it to me. I think I can work something out.
Well, that seems to take care of everything.
Not quite, pal. I jotted down a few small reimbursements I got coming.
Tuxedo rental. Carmen Miranda ashtray, $185?
It was an original.
Elliston Flores, $55.
Well, a dozen roses don't come cheap.
Well, that shouldn't be any problem. And what the hell is this?
What?
$650, a Mr. Spinelli?
Well, hey, if you guys can spend $900 for a hammer, the least you can do is take care of the guy who keeps my books.